CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to Stand for Truth with the host of Stand for Truth Radio, Susan Knowles.
And good morning, everyone. How are you as everybody comes in? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hello, Galactic Matrix Wizard. Woo! Big Al, how are you? Wow, Hugh, good morning. Monica, Jim, Jamie. Hey, Robin, good morning. How is everybody? Hey, Grant, good to see you. Can everybody hear me over on YouTube okay? Hey, Catherine. Six Sensical. Barbara, good to see you. Shauna, good to see you. Glad you're back. Awesome hair. Thank you. Thank you. How is everybody? Hey, how are you? Kristen, good to see you. You can hear? Great. Everybody can hear. Rapunzel. Good. All good. Tired. Robin is traveling. We wish her safe travels. Sound check. Jamie can hear. Barbara, hello from hot Texas. Woo. Wow. Okay, so as you're coming in, if you would please retweet this and invite your followers. I'm going to have a quick Psalm 43 for you. Vindicate me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. For you are the God of my strength. Why do you cast me off? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? O send out your light and your truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me to your holy hill and to your tabernacle. Then I will go to the altar of God, to God my exceeding joy, and on the harp I will praise you. O God, my God, why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him, the help of my countenance and my God. That was Psalm 43. Hey, Gary, good morning. Don, good to see you. Mary Ann, good to see you. How's everybody doing? As Lee would say, please retweet this puppy so we can get more people in. I know it's a slow day, it seems like. Slow news day. Hey, Nancy, good to see you. Thank you, Donnie, for the super heart. Thank you. Hey, Marianne, good to see you. Lee's not. Lee, let's not go there. Barbara said. Trump speaking tonight. No, he spoke last night, Jamie. Is he speaking again? Something I didn't know about? That was last night about Afghanistan. What do you hey, Political Paramore, what do you guys think? I want to talk to you. Hey, Tillman, Libertarian Wing are not for intervention. Good. I wanted to talk to you about what you think about last night. Protesters waiting at the gates tonight? Oh, wouldn't surprise me. Trump speaking in, you mean in Arizona tonight. Okay. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of people. Saw that there were a lot of bikers on the way. Ooh, a dentist. Oh, I'm sorry, Marianne. So, yeah, I think there's probably going to be some problems. Anybody see Alyssa Milano on Twitter yesterday? I tried to avoid it, Hugh, because I know she was speaking garbage, so I didn't really watch and see what she said. I know it's just garbage because, yay, bikers. I know, yay, bikers. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. Hey, Cully, thanks for inviting people. I think it's great to, I know, Barbara, why listen to her? Why waste my time? So what do you guys think about Afghanistan and staying in there? Sergeant Hunter killed in Afghanistan, 8-2, returned home to Indiana, Marlene said. Rest in peace. Not good. Political said. What about the rest of you? What's your opinion? Did you see the ads on Craigslist about looking for protesters for Arizona? I think everybody probably did. You guys see that? I posted that in Instagram, posted it on my Twitter line as well. They're asking for people to be actors tonight for Arizona. Sixth Sense says it was a big mistake to go back into Afghanistan. War is a moneymaker, Political said. $50 an hour, Hugh said. It's amazing. I mean, literally, you can be getting more money being an actor and being a criminal. Blow it up and get out, Wayne said about Afghanistan. Anybody else have any opinions about Afghanistan? Another campaign promise that he flip-flopped on, Drewster said. Think he is fixing another mistake that should have been done long ago. They changed the rules of engagement. Let's whip some booty. What makes anyone think this will work? Paid protesters in Arizona, yes. So, I'm behind him all the way, Barbara said. Trump is a builder and a fixer, Foster said. You know, and again, I guess it's on take out the poppy fields, you said. Moab. Yeah, that could work. Although he may be setting it up for McMaster's departure. That would be great. Why is he in Arizona? I mean, what is it? I guess a rally tonight, isn't it? Just a rally. And I trust his decisions, Kim said. He explained the why and need and the plan. Like he said, let's kill some terrorists. You know, the problem is that you have Obama, who went in there. Well, we went in there with George Bush, and then Obama went in there more. And then basically what happened was, remember when he did that pullout and he told everybody when he was leaving. And so then it collapsed. I mean, it was just all that work that they had gotten done collapsed because he told everybody when we were leaving. And somebody's asking, what's Antifa? Good question. Go to SusanKnowles.com. I have an article. It's the first one you'll see up there, and it'll tell you all about Antifa, or Antifa, whichever one you want to call them. Hey, Robert, good to see you. Thank you for the flowers. Just said, morning, Susan. Nice to see you. Not to mention, John Legend's wife says the most awesome things. Arizona supports him and the sheriff. Yeah, I think people are looking to see if perhaps they're going to pardon Arpaio. I hope he does, but that's just me. I think that was all political. Hey, Gail, good to see you. As for Afghanistan, again, you're looking at something. Wayne said, so is Chip and Joanna, builder and a fixer. I think you're looking at something where if we just leave, it's going to collapse again. And we've, I guess, under Bush and under Obama, we've promised them that, you know, we're your friends, we're here for you, we'll help you, et cetera, et cetera. Leaving kind of right now seems like it's not an option. Though I would say I do hope he goes in there, bombs away, and then gets out. We've been over there way too long. Longest war that we've ever been involved in. We went from 100K troops to 4K in Afghanistan, Jamie said. I'm barely awake. I've been up since 3:30 Eastern. Robin said he's getting the pardon tonight. That would be great. Jamie thinks there's going to be a pardon tonight, so that would be good if that's announced. I mean, the man is 85. From what I've heard is he was just following federal law. So I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I've heard. And if that's the case, I'm not sure why he got convicted of anything. But, you know, it's the Obamas driving it. Hey, April, good to see you. You don't look like April with a man's beard, but that's what it looks like to me. But I guess you are, April. Hey, Joseph, good to see you. They do not want us to give them a new governor, so let's do what he said and get it done. Pardon a racist? I don't know that he's a racist, Drewster. I wouldn't say that. If he's following federal law, why is he a racist? Great, pardon him. Dawn said, let's see, true, it's like being between a rock and a hard place, Josette said. I trust POTUS. He thought hard and got lots of intel. You know, but it was interesting, don't you think, that the first thing that he said was, my gut instinct was to pull out everything over there in Afghanistan. Arpaio said he didn't get a formal invitation to the event tonight yet, Nancy said. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Who knows if he's going to be there or not? I don't know. Or maybe that he's just saying that. You never know what's true anymore. Jennifer said her boyfriend said when he went in Afghanistan, they were winning the war, but Obama pulled them out, and that came the rise of ISIS. Yep, wouldn't be surprised. That's the way I see it. Yes, but that's before getting all intel, Foster said. Yeah, I know. And that's what he said. That he said, being in a president's seat. And that's kind of the same thing that George Bush said, in a way. Jamie said that he feels that Sheriff Joe will get the pardon and run for governor of Arizona. I don't know that. I don't see him running for governor in 85, but he could. So, good morning. Thanks, Robert. Thanks for the flowers. Let's see. I think he doesn't want all the deaths in Afghan to be for nothing, Foster said. Yeah. Because, I think it just wasn't done right. Cully said if a Democrat don't like what you say, they call you racist. I know, Cully. April says she or he supports POTUS's argument. His wife is ill, Catherine said about Joe Arpaio. He has many health issues. Joe does. Yes, Yolanda. POTUS may just surprise us all. You never know. It's always good when USA is... No, not so, Jake. Hey, Salvador, 2010 is your first day on Periscope. Everybody welcome Salvador. Now, we're going on to other things. Looking at the USS John McCain. Oh, that's okay, Robin. The signal keeps going in and out for you in the mountains. You're just going to enjoy yourself getting where you're going. I know, Barbara. It seems to work both ways, doesn't it? But nobody seems to realize that. As for the USS John McCain, people are starting to question. And when I say people, I'm talking about the mainstream media putting up things like, could the ship, could there be hacking going on? People are starting to say there's no way. And I know that I saw a video last night that Jerry posted in regards on YouTube, the Hudson Report and Jason Goodman. We're talking about how those ships, if they've got too many fail-safes for them to crash like that, there are people watching. There's sonar. Thank you, Yolanda, for the super hearts. So that it's almost impossible to do that. So it's almost, in my opinion, and I know a lot of you think this way, that Jake, what are you saying? If you're not happy with the Periscope because you like to criticize people in here, maybe you want to go to another Periscope where you're accepted for those beliefs and that it's okay to be disrespectful to people. So have at it. How the heck can they happen to a warship? Someone has some explaining to do. Yes. It's almost like someone is systematically taking out our good soldiers. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, or that the YouTube that I saw is claiming that China... I know, Wayne, that China is basically, that has a new weapon that they're using, sort of a microwave pulse type thing. And that's what caused the problem. So I don't know if that's true or not. Too many ships running around with untrained crews. Yeah, I just don't think it's, that the people on board were so, USA is attacking Afghanistan, people killing innocent people for their rich minerals. Jake, please. Don't make a fool of yourself in a Periscope. So I think there's probably more to it, and I think there's something that we really need to look into, because whether it's hacking, you want to call it hacking, whether it's something that the Chinese are using or whatever. I mean, look what happened in Cuba when they're talking about the what was used over there on the people in our embassy. What was that all about? You know what I'm saying? That it was like a high-pitched sound that caused people to go deaf. It's not unheard of that there would be things that other people could use. Yeah, it's Jake from Steak Farm. That's right, Big Al. Political paramour. He works for State Farm. It's embarrassing and makes us look inadequate. Yeah, and we're not, and so obviously there's something going on. China and Cuba have been friends. It could be working together. I mean, I think it's just, it's so unusual. And then nothing can happen, like in Cuba. What are we going to do with those people that did that to the people that work over there, Americans? Probably nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I will, Barbara. Jakey needs to go bye-bye. Jakey is, I don't know, must need some more Wheaties this morning in breakfast. Maybe it's related to the subcontractor shenanigans on those ships. Could be. Could very well be. Bye, Jake. Jake had to go take some more claims for State Farm, so. I know. Now, in other news, hey, Lisa. Good day. Good to see you. Welcome to Periscope. Operator accountability, bad performance has consequences. We wanted this merit-based approach. I'm not sure that it was operator error. I really don't. Not in this case. It's too many things on that ship that would keep it from being hit by another ship. Maybe they need to change the name from USS John McCain to something else. Yeah, Antonio, that might be part of the problem. So in North Carolina, a man has been charged with a felony, Richard Robert Rawling. He claims that his actions were committed to avoid having to report a discrepancy in the number of provisional ballots and what they found on the day of the election. So, sound weapons, weather weapons, could be Yolanda. Yep. So there's somebody in North Carolina committed a felony called voter fraud. There we have another instance of it, and he's been convicted. Ironic that it was the John McCain ship. I know, Foster. I said that yesterday. Very strange that it was that ship. Is that a signal, a message to John McCain, or, I don't know. Could be, but you never know. John McCain seems to have a lot that he's doing overseas and has been for a number of years with Obama. So we'll never know. I've been saying we need to emit sound waves on the border wall, Huey said. Good election fraud. Yep, good example. He does not get the signs he has sent. Who is that, Barb? Oh, are you talking about John McCain? Yeah, McCain. Now, other people, was John driving the ship? I think it was named after John McCain and his father. I think they named 2 in 1. The election fraud citation. I don't know what the citation is. Basically, he changed the results of the election. So whatever. I didn't really care what the citation number was, but you might want to look it up. Hey, Shauna's back. Sonar of some sort. Yeah. I mean, the ships are just, they have sonar, radar. They have, everybody standing around looking in different facets of the ship that visually they can see things and everything else. So it's too much. Oh, you got kicked out? So last night, when the speech with President Trump, the Taliban was listening, and they said that a Taliban spokesman said that Trump's speech was old. So I guess, the Taliban didn't appreciate it. And why should they? Because they're coming after them. Father, grandfather. Yeah, oh, really? Is that who it is, Don? Also, in some other news, I have a lot of news, little things on the news. The German police say they've confiscated 5,000 Trump-shaped ecstasy pills. I don't know why in the world that anybody would do that, but apparently somebody did. I don't for 1 minute believe that Hillary won the popular vote. Lots of voter fraud. Yep. High-frequency sound microwaves were suspected hitting various embassies in Cuba. Loss of hearing. Yes. Yes, ecstasy pills. 5,000 confiscated in Germany, and the ecstasy pills were shaped in the likeness of Trump. Yeah. Ask Jake if he's wearing khakis. Jake had to leave. Jake had to go process some more claims. Hey, Melissa. I know they said they were worth a lot of money, like tens of thousands of dollars. Hey, Tori, good to see you. Even more euphoric. That's right, Nancy. I know, really. It's like, come on, why? They put him on heroin here in Florida. Oh, my gosh. No reply on that stupidity. I know. Watching Trump as president is like taking a good, refreshing trip. I know. I agree with you, whoever said that. The troll who said that. Yes, April said she's been in ecstasy since November the 8th. Microwave weapon, Gary thinks. Yep. Concur, Yolanda said. Yep. Yeah, you can take the bad, nasty comments and turn them into really good ones because I know the people who are making nasty comments don't really feel that way. They're just trolls. Yes, on the package, saw on the news for the. Thank you, Robin, for the super hearts. Hey, Charmaine, good to see you. Hope Patrick is doing well. So, in other news, 7 of the 10 sailors were found. Jamie said, yes, that's true. And some were found on the ship in different compartments. Jake is playing with his Legos, Wade said. John McCain couldn't get a rowboat named after him, Don said. Hey, Max, good morning. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you back. So, in other news, while we've been busy kind of watching what's going on over here, on Sunday, Jared Kushner took off for the Middle East, along with Dina Powell and somebody else, Jason Greenblatt from the Department of, Middle East Convoy. And they went over to Israel. Thank you, Charmaine. He went over to Israel, and before going there, he went to meet with leaders of the United Arab Emirates, Jordan, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. And on Wednesday, he's planning on having meetings with Israel in order to bring about a peace agreement. General Kushner, right. Kushner needs to go. Sorry, he's trouble, Political said. Nancy basically saying the same thing. WikiLeaks, the Republicans paid off to hurt Trump's agenda. Anyone see that? Oh, 6 Republicans paid off to hurt Trump's agenda. Yes. I don't know. I mean, WikiLeaks said that. Don't know if it's true. No confirmation. Haven't heard from anybody else. One source. Don't know if it's reliable, but you can keep watching it. Thanks, Max. Feedback. Facebook feed works on my tablet. Hey. Hey, good to see you, Spencer. Heard that's not true. I know. My two guys. That's why sometimes, you have to just wait and look at more information. I do like your positive approach, but I also believe in facts too, respectfully and untroll-like. No, you have to give facts. Damn traitors, WikiLeaks has never been wrong, Foster said. You mean WikiLeaks info on the 6th? Yes, Jerry, that's what they're talking about. You must love Trump. Do you think? What about you, Dion? I know you must love Trump. A peace agreement, will Palestinians be at the table? Well, they're talking to people there, so we'll see. WikiLeaks' its initial thought to be those of GOP and DNC primary strategy. Yeah, and the DOC is looking, the DNC, I should say, they're thinking now that Trump is not going to be running in 2020, so they're starting to look at the candidates that may possibly be running and trying to learn as much as they possibly can to use against those particular candidates. I don't know, maybe they should just contact Ukraine or Russia like they maybe did in the past. So, he's a businessman. And guess what, Dion? He's also your president. He is a president. He got elected. Hillary didn't get elected, and neither did Bernie. So, just saying. Those are factual information there for you. So, let's see. At Penn State, these high school students went to Howard University, which is a historically black college, and they were wearing a Trump hat and some, Bernie was cheated. Yep, by Hillary, by probably the person that Dion supports. The RNC rep said that they may not pick Trump. Pence is next. Dems are done. Penn State, no. They came from Pennsylvania, but they went to Howard University to kind of tour the campus, and they were yelled at, expletives yelled at them, and one of the people also had their hat taken from them, removed it off their head without their permission, of course, which is called an assault and battery. But not being really widely reported. He will run and win. He will also campaign against GOP incumbents. Trump is my president. Marlene and Shauna are talking about. Yeah, I think, if the people are still behind Trump, then the GOP is going to have to get behind Trump and put him up for 2020. So, Prophecy said POTUS will be there for 8 years, Josette said. Bernie is corrupt, Yolanda said. Bernie is a socialist, that's for sure. Oh, my God. So Trinidad, a prophet, I don't know, was the prophet in Trinidad who said Trump will be there for 8 years? Let's speak truthfully. People on both sides can be radical and dim. People on both sides can be, yeah, and anything. Sure, certainly. Spencer, not about loving Trump half as much as it is about not being fooled by Hillary, Spencer said. 4 years to clean up 4 years of peace. Exactly. I was offered a free education at Howard. I refused to give up my First Amendment right in exchange, Spencer said. Well, exactly. I mean, those people yesterday learned about that they don't have First Amendment rights when they go there. And that's, again, why weren't those people arrested? You cannot touch somebody without their permission. It's called a battery. That person could have been prosecuted. And because they haven't, it's been a lawless society basically for the past 8 years and trying to continue in some aspects now, people continue to do those things. There are whispers of a primary candidate challenging Trump. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Did anybody see part of Paul Nealon came out last night about Paul Ryan when he was speaking? Paul Ryan just looked so defeated and trying to take credit for things he didn't even do. Nancy said, define a year timeline in prophetic terms impossible. Instead of attacking each other, we should work together. This can happen. Yeah, no cognitive. It's called the Republicans doing what they need to do. Sad Bernie believers. He was a shill and doesn't care about us. He's what? Good for you. You see that Ryan's a fake. Oh, Ryan's absolutely a fake. Everybody should vote for Paul Nealon. Get Ryan out of there. He's been in there too long. And I wish the Republicans would get behind Paul Nealon. Paul Nealon will run and unseat Paul Ryan. I hope so, Foster. He's run against Paul Ryan before. He lost because he really wasn't supported by the GOP. And I really don't see them supporting him again this time. Paul Ryan needs to go. He's pathetic. He'll be on the late shows next. Yep, and The View. Yes, Rhino gotta go. Barbara said, or Jerry, I don't know who that was. I think it was Barbara. Paul Ryan is a jerk. Paul needs a super PAC. I wish as well. Yep, Republicans and Democrats don't like Ryan. I think Ryan likes Ryan. That's about it. Ryan still has the support of his constituents, which is just so hard to believe. Republicans will get behind POTUS once we sweep 2018, Foster said. Some other news today. China getting new sanctions against China and Russia. And it's in an attempt to try to pressure them. Hey, Robert, okay, take care. Against North Korea. So these are new sanctions put on them today. We'll need a lube with a hammer, tell he. No, Mark Taylor and Kat Kerr both from the U.S. Huh. I'm looking forward, and hopefully this will happen, that President Trump will support Kelly Ward. I think Paul Nealon is in a position that he wasn't previously. Let's see how many Dems are left after the indictments start flowing. Oh, your battery died. No, Tori, no. I like her too. I think Kelly Ward will be really good. I want her to replace Jeff Flake. I would almost take, Mickey Mouse at this point to replace him. Good morning, Asher. People were asking about you, where you were. If you guys could, would you please at this point go ahead and retweet and invite your followers and share this, please. Ward is genuine, and Nancy, the thing I like about her is that she helps support homeless veterans, especially in Arizona. I really like that. She seems like a very fair person. So we'll see. Will the GOP get behind her and not behind Jeff Flake? GOPs came into Mississippi to defeat McDaniel, who primaried Senator Thad Cochran. Sally said, yeah, wasn't it? It was kind of sad to see that Strange got where he got, because, again, that was a Mitch McConnell guy in Alabama, and also President Trump kind of got behind him, and people were surprised about that. Snowflake got to go, Cully said. Which one, Cully? My gosh, a lot of snowflakes. I'm going to tweet Trump to get behind her. Good. Strange is strange. Yeah. Well, if he's supported by McConnell, you know that's got to be the case. In other news, they had a meeting in Charlottesville on Monday. Robert's back. Yay. And it turned into like a 4-hour meeting, and I guess it was a pretty rowdy meeting. Foster said, I bet POTUS voices support for Ward tonight. Not a coincidence his rally is in Arizona. That would be great. That would be great. So, yes, the residents of Charlottesville were very upset. So upset that the city agreed to conduct a third-party review, which they're going to need because of all the allegations that are coming out that this was a total setup in Charlottesville. There's a young black man who, and I didn't catch the guy's name. He's not a typical speaker on Facebook, but he basically came out and said that a friend of his was there at the rally, and she saw buses back to back lined up. And is Ron Johnson? Okay, maybe I don't know if that's his name or not, but people who got out of those buses were KKK and Black Lives Matter. So, number one, the buses being together like that with KKK and BLM, very strange. People got out wearing KKK t-shirts. I don't know about you, but never in my lifetime have I seen a KKK t-shirt, let alone anybody, the number of people wearing them. I've never seen that. So I think, something needs to be looked at. A lot of things need to be looked at. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, we'll know peace. There you go, Shauna. Very good. This was definitely a setup. Yeah, I mean, when you have the mayor, a police officer that came out, we talked about yesterday, saying the mayor gave the stand-down order, and then the governor saying there was a cache of weapons that they found, which the police are saying that's absolutely not true. Something really horrible is going on. And there was a banner, I guess, at the meeting that said "blood on your hands," and but at the same time, Jimi Hendrix said that. That's cool. They also voted to remove the statue of General Stonewall Jackson. So I guess at the same time that they're there talking about what happened, they're still removing Confederate statues. And many were blaming the city for allowing the rally to take place at all. And again, if you believe in the First Amendment, everybody, even though you don't agree with their speech, they have a right to peacefully and legally assemble for First Amendment rights. Unless, of course, you're like a gang member who's been told that you can't assemble. Yeah, hopefully, Catherine, they will get to the bottom of all of it. My cute red lipstick blonde number, woo-wee. Okay, Ken. Both sides were Antifa. Yeah, I agree with that. Please, if you haven't done so already, please read my article today on Antifa at SusanKnowles.com. I'm not writing them so that I can read them and nobody else can read them. I really want the word to get out that what's going on is about communism, and what they're doing is communist. This is exactly what's been going on for years and years and years. And I have right here, I did some of my research, 45 rules that communists have, and they're following those rules. Anti-First Amendment, you're right. I read you and leave first. Oh, thanks, Barbara. Please share that if you will. I mean, I really do want people to understand. Remove history as we know it and rewrite history. The left doesn't like history, Gary said. Ask you to go into YouTube and click on the Mark Taylor Prophecies. So Josette got that from Mark Taylor Prophecies. If anybody is interested, the one that says that Trump will be around for 8 years. Hell yeah. Thank you, Catherine. So anyway, and also there was another post on YouTube in regards to Charlottesville. I'm kind of looking it over, but when you look at it, this is why I said on the very first day, we don't have all the facts about that crash and what happened. We really need to wait for the factual information. Thanks, Barbara. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. that the African American man I told you who was there looking at the scene said basically the guy looked scared and he panicked and he fled from there. There's some on the YouTube video that I saw, and if it's okay to say who sent me that video, I will. If not, I won't say who sent it to me. But there at the end, when that guy crashes into the vehicle in front of him, you can see somebody behind hitting like taking clubs and hitting the back of the car, like where the lights are. And people feel that he was scared, and that's why he backed off and ran off. So again, I think we need to wait for all the facts and see exactly what happened. I'm not saying the guy's guilty or innocent. I'm saying we need to wait for factual information that hopefully will come out, and then we'll know exactly what happened and what he did. If history repeats, perhaps Democrats want that. They created KKK after all. He was still Antifa member. I guess, Yolanda. I mean, I'm not even sure. I know he was there and marched with them. I don't know if he was a member, or I don't know if he had mental health issues. I don't know. I'm not saying that to support him. I'm just saying I want to hear the facts, and then we'll know the truth. I want to know the truth. Will be my lawyer analyst, Don said. Oh, gosh. A lot of these Tiki Torch guys have been identified, none of whom are Antifa. I know. Is it Ibis? Ibis. Also, cops were told they couldn't pull over a car when it was escaping, which is crazy. Crazy, crazy, Foster. If that's true, it's all crazy. And the fact at the rally that the cops weren't doing anything, they were told to stand down, and when people were coming out bloodied, cops were doing nothing supposedly. This is from a reporter at Fox News. Tear gas was being thrown. Everything was happening. People were fighting each other. The cops were like, "Well, we're out of here," according to Fox News. And again, his mother was saying that he had mental health issues. There was a report that I saw. Don't know if it's true or not, that 911 had been called a couple of times on him before. There's evidence that the driver is not the same as the guy arrested. I've seen Rapunzel people saying that, so I have no idea. Cop came out and said they were told to stand down. Yes, we talked about that yesterday, Shauna, and it's true that one cop came forward. That kid beat his invalid mother. That's what the allegations are. I think there's a lawsuit now versus the mayor and McAuliffe. Well, if there is, there should be. Absolutely should be. That whole thing was a catastrophe, a total disaster. That never had to happen. Hey, Tom, good to see you. Isn't Sessions investigating? Yeah, the DOJ was called in, Catherine, for civil rights violations and stuff. His mother is not an invalid. I think she means invalid, not invalid, but that she's handicapped. I thought I read that she might be paralyzed or something as well. I'm not sure. Picture of driver is not the same person arrested, Foster said. I know. I knew what you meant, Shauna. I knew you meant not invalid, that you meant invalid. She's in a wheelchair, yes. Yeah, and so apparently she called on him a couple of times. You saw an interview with her, Yolanda. What did she looked? She looked what? She looked fine, huh? See, you see reports and you don't know whether they're true or not. So they're saying driver has ties with Democrats and paid for by the Dems. I know they're saying about the guy who had Jason Kessler, who had the rally, that he was Democrat. Well, Nate, I think you need to leave. I hate that reporter told her brother she was notified. She did say she moved him out, Yolanda said. Yeah, and it must have been a reason for doing so. Maybe because she did have to call on 911 a couple times. There were 2 other videos that are really weird. I saw the car in the background while a reporter is talking, Asher said. You see that? I mean, that's just the thing. We have to wait and get all the factual information. Sometimes these things are made up. Good morning, Amanda. Sometimes they're made up. You don't know if they've been doctored. Some of these that I've been looking at don't look doctored, but I don't know. And it's important to let it go through the legal process so that we absolutely know what happened, what the truth is. Good morning, Survey Smart. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. I know a lot of people don't want to wait for the truth. Perry trouble, Barbara? So there also, let's see, 66 attorneys have come out now. And a long time ago, General Baxley, former Alabama attorney, received a threatening letter from the KKK. Yeah, I don't know why it's kicking everybody out at Periscope. Just come back in if you will, please. And so they want Donald Trump. In that letter, well, let me just tell you, General Baxley, when he wrote a letter to the KKK after they had threatened him, he said, kiss my you-know-what. And now these 66 attorneys want Donald Trump to say the same thing to the KKK. Again, people, they want to keep this whole thing alive. They don't like the fact what he said. Yeah, kiss my grits. Jerry said they don't like what he said, and so they just keep it going. Shameful family, I'm trying to listen to you, and they find Aerosmith dude looks like a woman, a lady, and turn it up. Shame, shame, Robin, shame. Tell them they're not going to get to go to that place they wanted to go now on their vacation. And some good news. What do you prefer, Trump or Obama? Is that a serious question? Oh, my gosh. This morning, the Dow opened. It climbed 90 points at the opening. So that's really good. You're not hearing that announced on any place. Tell them to simmer down over there, Robin. Michelle looked like a lady, Jennifer said. Wowzer. Now, this is kind of odd this morning that General Mattis, if this is true, came out and reportedly said that he's waiting for a plan from the senior U.S. generals before deciding on additional troops for Afghanistan. Good morning. Your name is Satarin Ami smartphone. Okay. I won't remember that. I'm sorry. I will just call you Sam. How's that? It's a multiple offender. So don't you think it's odd when the president comes out last night and talks about sending additional troops, and now we have Mattis saying, I'm waiting to hear from the senior generals to know, to decide about troops going to Afghanistan. Hey, Keith, good to see you. I mean, does that not sound a little odd? Because I thought it was sort of already decided that we were sending troops. China's new Silk Road and cooperation with Pakistan will come into play in Afghanistan. Jerry said it doesn't jive. Yeah, it doesn't. Amount, perhaps. Maybe Foster. It sounded more like whether they go or not, but did you see Ryan did an interview same time as Trump? I know, Yolanda. Keep us guessing. That would be good, Barbara. That's a good thought. Yeah, I thought it was, I think Ryan did his speech last night in his whatever it was, town hall or whatever. I think he purposely did it during the same time the president was speaking, because if you don't want somebody to hear your speech, that would be the absolute best time to do it. Since when does participation in any political rally make one guilty or innocent of a crime? Spencer, since the communist Antifa, Black Lives Matter, KKK, white supremacists, neo-Nazis say so. How many viewers he got? Like 200? I'm not sure, Jerry. I think Paul Nealon was the only one watching Paul Ryan, to be honest with you. And, who knows if Paul was passing out questions to his employees this time. I don't know. There are discord among Trump's generals. Maybe. Destruction of public property is a crime. Yes, it is. All day long and twice on Sunday. Hey, Carmen, good to see you. Yeah, that's what people have to understand, that there is law and order. Got to set your watch or set your clock or set your iPhone, Carmen, to every day at about 5 till or something, and that way you'll remember it. For some reason, Periscope, YouTube don't always notify, which is a little odd, but okay. Read that the left strategy is like 5 riots in 5 cities to unseat Trump. Well, Yolanda, I mean, I really definitely think there is some type of coup, whether it's called a coup or something else. They would like to unseat Trump. No, they turn off notifies. Yeah, Carmen said it's happening with 2 other scopes as well. It seems odd that that happens every now and then. It also happens when there's an update. People can't seem to find my scope after every Periscope update. So, I'm just saying. I don't know. So, according to Reuters, the statues of 3 Confederate-era figures were removed overnight at the main area of the University of Texas in Austin, which is a very liberal town, because they were deemed symbols of white supremacy. So, yeah, this was at a school, but for some reason, I get the left's emails, Yolanda said. Wanting to avoid confrontations such as the ones they saw in Charlottesville, Virginia, they removed the statues during the night. My brother is in Austin, Shauna said. I see Outdoor World put the Camping World. Yes, I love that. Camping World, who said basically if you're for Trump, or he was on, wasn't he one of the guys on the advisory board? I can't remember if he was on it or not. But yeah, I think he did. He stepped down from the advisory board that Trump had, and basically was telling people, if you're for Trump, then don't buy my products. And so one of the NASCAR racers said okay, and he canceled a $150,000 order that he had. I love that. It's like, thank you. I'm trying to see what his name is if I can find it here. I know, 150,000. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. I don't think I wrote his name down. Oh, Mark Martin. Good for him. Mark Martin, Cully said. A lot of chess pieces being moved, Outdoor Nuts said. Yep, sort of dumb because he does not know his customer base, obviously. Yep, just like Under Armour doesn't know either. Hey, Monique, good to see you. In Seattle, they want to remove a cemetery arch and a statue, but both are on private property, Debbie said. Mark Martin. What was his name? Mark Martin. Political. He's a big-time driver. Yep. He had Camping World on the hood of his race car. I have a feeling that might be coming off. I don't know. The neoliberal hatists are being outed for what they are. They are, Spencer. I'm hearing organ music in this scope. Marlene, that's so weird. Typical of Paul Ryan to go on CNN to trash the POTUS, Josette said. I didn't have a chance to listen to the show last night. We were watching Trump's amazing speech, Monique. Monique, it's still there. You can go back and watch it if you like. Did you see the new replacement statue in New York of 2 Muslim women with burqas? No, I didn't. Nothing surprises me. Was the city asked about it? No. Did they have an opinion? No. Hey, Dee, good to see you. Yeah, my guest on last night was really good. He's a guy that he has written 60 books. He has been to more places than most people will ever see in their 12 lifetimes. And the guy talked about communism. One of the reasons I wanted to have him on, about what he's seen. Why are they not removing bird statues? Because it doesn't fit the agenda. We have to appreciate everybody on the left, Trump was handed a huge mess. Now he's cleaning up the mess of 2 decades or more. That's right, Shauna. Let's hope that he can actually clean it up. Byrd was a high-ranking member of the KKK. Yes, he was. He wore the hood and everything, I guess. But, see, that's why Foster, this has nothing to do with Confederate statutes. Absolutely nothing. This is all about communism. It's all about breaking down of America and taking over. Please read my article at SusanKnowles.com, and you'll see what I mean. He was a Grand Master, Yolanda was saying. Now I'm hearing hot-blooded by Foreigner. Robin, just pull the car over and order your children to get out. How do we get rid of the museums? Well, just don't even mention that, Carmen. That might happen. That's it. Communist Manifesto, live in a city near you. It is. It's exactly what it is. It's what you're seeing. And look up the 45 communist rules. Look it up. Look it up. And please retweet that article. Hello from Vienna. How are you? I hope it's good in Vienna. So on the petition that's going around on Antifa, there's been at least 150,000 people who have signed. Nancy said, I'm not a good communist. No, you're not. Same rules for radicals. Good, thanks. Bird was a high-ranking recruiter for the KKK, Spencer said. So 150,000 people at least have signed that petition saying, oh, now it's up to 210,000, Yolanda said, saying that they want a formal response from the president. Basically, they want Antifa to be labeled as a terrorist group. Yeah, Yolanda just said 210,000 this morning. So that's great. And now, so President Trump should make a formal response. What do you think he will do? Robin says she hopes everybody listened to my show last night because it was excellent. I have to say the guy was really good. What do you think will happen? Where do I sign the petition? Somebody tell Carmen where the petition is. It's probably at whitehouse.gov, but I'm not sure where else it might be. Could be a good way of going after Soros. I'm hoping he will. Closed. White House petition. Mm-hmm. Do you really think that he would come out and say that about Antifa? I mean, I'm thinking that if he said that about Antifa, he would almost need to do that against other people. The petition has been closed now, Yolanda said. Yeah, and they only need 100,000. Change.org has it, I guess, still up, Foster said. Maybe they have their own petition. It's been floating around on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, just hashtag it and you'll find it. Hashtag Antifa. I'm hoping he will, but Congress has to say. Yeah, I'm just... Again, as you know, we talked about yesterday, if you want to get rid of Antifa, if you want to close it down... Oh, no. Shauna, your puppy ate her crock. What you need to do is take away their ability to wear the masks in public. My question is, why didn't the black president take down the monuments? Because it's not a problem. This is about communism. It has nothing to do with the monuments. Absolutely nothing. Robert's phone died. No. Judicial Watch now doing an investigation on Soros, I saw, Jerry said. That's good. Wasn't paying attention, Shauna. Oh, gosh. You have to keep up with him every 2 seconds. Professor Dershowitz spoke against what the left is doing, and he is a liberal. Yep. Was there wrenching on the Monte Carlo? You know, if he does, and the left will twirl, Asher said. He reached his goal and is closed. But there are other links as well. He will have to have Sessions, Kelly, Mattis, and Congress agree with him. Pickle. Thanks, Pickle. We got it. Yes, we know. Trump MAGA. Yes. So here's another like stranger than fiction. Colin Kaepernick. In an effort to get Colin Kaepernick memorabilia into the Black Lives Matter exhibit in the Smithsonian Institute, civil rights activist Harry Edwards said, "Don't wait 50 years to try to get some memorabilia and so forth on Kaepernick. It should be put there right alongside Muhammad Ali. He's this generation's Ali." Hey, Jeremy, good to see you. Hope baby is doing well. NFL is going down. The NFL is basically dead to me. Colin Kaepernick is no Muhammad Ali. Just saying, in my opinion. I can't believe, you know, when they made a big deal, too, about the New York police that came out on, like, Saturday, and were saying, you know, people need to hire him or whatever. It was a very, very small number of the police in New York City that were for him. They made it sound like the whole department was for him, and that wasn't true. I know, Catherine. Catherine's saying, why is Black Lives Matter in the Smithsonian? Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, Rhonda, liberals have claimed for years Russia hijacked the election. Communists are hijacking both presidency and our nation. Very true, Rhonda. Robin said they've been dead to me for 2 years. The NFL has. Monique, that's what Jerry was saying, that she heard there's an investigation into Soros. I haven't heard that either, but that would be nice. She's saying it was Judicial Watch. Did Dallas coach Jerry really tell players you're fired if they kneel? I think that was true, but I don't know. Colin needs to get himself a job. See, the problem with Colin Kaepernick, he thinks he's entitled to play football. You're not entitled to play football. Nobody is. You have to earn that spot. And you had a spot, but you're a lousy player, and then you do things that people don't like, so you get what you get. Okay, another thing, I'm ready to make a... according to a Lebanese official Monday, a plot to blow up an Australian airliner has been foiled. Explosives... Now listen to what they were doing with the explosives. Explosives are the weapon of choice for this particular terror cell, and they had packed a Barbie doll and a meat grinder with explosives, hoping to bring the plane down. It is a privilege, Kat. It really is. So, yeah, I know. And we, hey, Laura's back. And we didn't hear about that. We didn't hear anything. Hey, Barbara, I'm going to make a sign that says no lives matter, Craig said. Nope, all lives matter. If players don't acknowledge the anthem, they need to be benched and or fired. I agree, Debbie. You know, I mean, if this is America, this is what we do in America. This is what your team does. If you don't like it, don't play for that team or sit down, shut up. You know, you don't have to play football. You don't have to have a job. Yeah, Barbie doll probably had on a hijab. Maybe that was the dead giveaway, that Barbie doll didn't have a hijab on. They lost 26 million viewers last year in the NFL. Wow, Dawn said. Monique is saying snowflakes with 3 bottles equals Kaepernick. Yeah, you're there to play football. If you want to have political viewpoints, you're free to say them whenever you're in, off hours. If you want to say them then, if you want to go somewhere. But just know that some things that you say off when you're not playing football may come back against you. They can fire you for saying things. It's not like you have a First Amendment right everywhere without consequences. And that's the government's not involved, so the First Amendment doesn't apply there. I hope the Brownies have another losing season, Cully said. We don't pay for your opinions, Yolanda said. That's right. We play to watch you play football. And when you stop playing football, we stop watching you. So... And he didn't want to take that minimum wage at $900,000, that the NFL plays. I'll take it. $900,000 is nothing to sneeze at. He may not like it, but it's a pretty good amount of money. Now we have some help from the deep state. The former Secretary of Homeland Security under Barack Obama is calling for the removal of all Confederate war memorials, saying the move is necessary for public safety and homeland security, and that the statues were becoming symbols of white supremacy and other hate groups. Jay Johnson said that. Now, can you imagine if Hillary Clinton were still in power, let's say maybe Jay Johnson were still working for her. Hey, Texas Kilo, I know, where have you been? That this would be the kind of BS that we'd be hearing. Hey, Zoe, how are you? I used to love Dungy till he paid to remove statues in Tampa last week. Really? Dungy did that? My gosh. I think a lot of people just don't know what's really going on. Haven't seen you in a long time, Zoe. These people make me sick, Asher said. Yep. Fools leading us to our death. Yep. Carmen, go to SusanKnowles.com. Get that article from today, if you will, on communism, and please retweet it. Tear them down, put them in a museum. If that's what the people want after they've had a meeting about it or a vote about it, I'm all, whatever you want to do in your city is fine. Obama could shut up and go away. He does not hold any public office. Mary said, no, but he's holding the deep state offices. Let's take some MLK stuff down, see how long that will stay out of the news. Texas Kilo. That would never happen. Johan is affiliated with the Muslim Brotherhood, Catherine said. Taked into Stone Mountain. Hillary would have never dared mention statue removal during her campaign. Exactly, Spencer. Thank you, Shauna. I spent a lot of time writing that article because it's so important for people to understand that this is about communism. Obama to speak in Charlottesville. Oh, God, no. Obama's going to become like, what's his name? Al Sharpton. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. People do not hear or research history. How hard is it to look it up? A lot of people don't like history. A lot of kids that I talk to in high school, they hate history, and they won't even look it up. They don't understand why they should know anything about history. Kept many people distracted, Robert said. Thanks for your scope, Susan. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Zoe. Obama needs a mugshot. Obama thorn in the side, Amanda said. Yep. Funny but true, Johnson. Yep. Google censored it, Yolanda said. Wow. All right, you guys, time is up. Time just flew by again. If you would please retweet this, please share this. Hey, Daniel. And get the word out about everything, but please just retweet all of this. Thank you so much for coming today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. If you're available for the show today, God's Views on Political News, we got 2.1 thousand views last week. It's a show that is live. You have to go to Facebook. If you want to find that show, go to SusanKnowles.com, scroll down, look for it, and you'll find it. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you again tomorrow. See if I can get this off. Nope, never can do it. All right, you guys. Take care. God bless. Thank you. All right, thank you, everybody on YouTube. Hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.